Hi, welcome to Quilting with Lori. My name is Lori Dickman, and today I'm presenting week number 11 of my 52-week series of Scrappy Blocks, where every Monday I'm presenting to you a new scrappy block that I'm putting together for you. The PDFs for these blocks are always attached in the description box below, so make sure that you print those or save them to your computer so that you'll have them for future. I would recommend making a playlist of all of my scrappy blocks so that you'll have them at your fingertips. So the block that I've created for today, it's called a Scrappy Christmas block. Although you really don't have to make it Christmas, you can certainly make it just a scrappy block for any time of the year. But what I have done is use reds and greens and lights for this block. So my darks are the greens, my mediums are the reds, and the lights, of course, are the cream colors in this block. Really simple block. 2.5-inch squares are all that you're using in this entire block. It's a very simple and fast block to put together. You can either create it in 9 patches, 4 different units of 9 patches, and then you rotate each 9 patch, or you can web it together, and I'll show you how that's done. Let's take a look at what's needed for each of these blocks. I do want to point out that you're going to get a free quilt pattern in your PDF of instructions, so make sure that you check that out. The first page of the PDF of instructions is for the scrappy block, which I'll show you here in just a moment, but you also will receive on page 2 of those instructions the free quilt pattern, and it's a beautiful quilt pattern that it's a wall quilt that I've just designed last evening, and there's also templates for each of those, and I'm going to share more of that information with you in just a minute. But you're not going to just get a scrappy block this week, you're also getting a free quilt pattern, so make sure that you download that and all of the template PDFs as well. Okay, so first of all, here is the block. As you can see, it's a very simple block, nothing but 2.5-inch squares when you put it together. And I'll explain to you here with the PDF of instructions how it's put together in just a moment. And this is page 2, which is the instructions for the quilt. And you'll also download the PDFs for all of the templates for the quilt itself. This is the center block. It's the holly block in the center. These are the corner blocks, and this is the swag. There's a number of pages for the swag that you'll want to download. Let me show you a close-up here of the quilt. That's the quilt. It is a 50-inch square quilt. It's a wonderful wall quilt. I think you'll really enjoy this for the holidays. So for each block that you make, you need a total of 36 2.5-inch squares, and that would be 12 of the lights, 12 of the darks, and 12 of the mediums. My mediums are red, my darks are green, and my lights are these creams. And it's just a very scrappy block that I've put together here. And you'll see here I've cut I've pulled a lot of these. Some of them I cut. I wanted some more Christmas fabrics, but a lot of them I just pulled from my stash. And these are all 2.5-inch squares, and you'll need, I believe, 96 of each of them for this quilt. There's a couple of ways you could put this together. In the instructions I've shared with you where you can just create 9 patches, and then you're going to rotate each 9 patch 90 degrees to create the beautiful block. Or you could simply web it together, and I'll show you that as well. Let's go to the sewing machine and let's see how this is put together. So here I have my 9 patch laid out, and you'll notice that the creams are all on the right hand side in this 9 patch. I'm starting out red, green, light, green, red, light, red, green, light. And then of course, if you're not using these Christmas colors, it would be a medium, dark, light, dark, medium, light, medium, dark, light. And I'm simply going to web this little 9 patch together here. So what I've done here is basically sewn the 9 patch together, and I've going to go ahead and press all the seams in one direction. So this row is going this way, this row is going that way, this row is going this way. And then I will probably press the long rows down on this block. And I'll do the same on all 4 of these 9 patches when I put them together. So here you'll see that I have actually stacked reds and greens and creams and greens and reds and creams in the 9-patch formation here, which allows me to actually go ahead and web 4 of the units all at one time. It's just a fast way to accomplish that. Okay, so I have my 4 9-patch units completed, and so I'm going to lay them out here to put them together. And so this 9-patch has all the creams on the right. And what I'm going to do is just twist this 9-patch 90 degrees so it's down here. The cream is down at the bottom. I am going to twist this 9-patch so that it's at the top, and this 9-patch right here. So this way you'll see that there's a bit of a cross that has been formed in the middle by all of the creams. And that's how you'll want to lay out your block. And then you'll simply sew these together, the 4 patch together like that, and then the rows together, and you have your completed block. So let me do that and I'll be right back. Here is the finished block. I have pressed it and it has been squared up to 12.5. I did forget to mention earlier that each of these 9-patch units, before you put them together, needed to be squared up to 6.5 inches as well. So here are some of my completed blocks. I do have 3 of them ready right now, and I am going to continue making more of the blocks so that I can create this beautiful quilt here for Christmas. I'm excited to have a new wall quilt that I can hang in my foyer. So I'm going to need a total of 8 of the scrappy blocks, and there will be 1 applique of the holly and berries center block, and then I'll need 4 applique corners for this and 4 applique borders with the swag, and all of the PDFs are included in the description box, so make sure that you grab all of those, get those saved or downloaded and printed. Make sure whenever you do print templates that you print them at 100%. Don't allow your printer to default to fit to page. Otherwise, the templates will not be the right size. Make sure that they're printing at 100%. So I won't be able to get to this applique holly and berries block today. I do have family coming in this evening for the holiday weekend, but later this week, I will go ahead and present that block if you would like to have me show you how to do that. So if you would like to learn how to applique the holly and berries center block and the corner blocks and the swag, notify me in the comment section. Make sure that you let me know what you'd like, and I can certainly go ahead and do a video tutorial of that later on this week. I'd love to do that for you. I do have some of my parts and pieces already cut out. I've got my sashing, my cornerstones, my 12.5-inch center block, and my borders ready to go. So I'm excited to get working on that as well. I hope that you'll all enjoy making more of these scrappy blocks. They're great for Christmas or for any time of the year by just using your darks, mediums, and lights, and it's simply 2.5-inch squares that you can use from your scrap stash. And don't forget, if you have not yet watched my tutorial, my video tutorial on Speedy Solutions to cut and organize your scrap stash, where it teaches you everything you need to know on how to cut, sort, organize, store, and use your scrap stash, I've got that video tutorial linked below, so make sure you watch that. It will really be a help to you. Thank you so much for stopping by today. Thank you so much for watching the tutorial, and I look forward to hearing comments from you. Please don't forget to like and subscribe and create a playlist if you'd like to make sure that you have all of the 52 scrappy blocks at your fingertips. Thanks so much for stopping by. Have a wonderful week.